Bonjour, je m'appelle Firestone. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous aider à en savoir plus sur le verbe auxiliaire tel que être, avoir et faire. Pour vous aider à le comprendre plus rapidement, il est vraiment important que vous prêtiez attention à chaque phrase que je vais vous donner tout de suite. Pourquoi faut-il faire attention? La simple réponse est que cette attention vous aidera à apprendre les sens plus rapidement. Une fois que vous avez saisi les sens, il est temps d'apprendre la pertinence des verbes auxiliaires aux temps verbaux. À ce stade, je peux parier que votre mémoire intériorisera rapidement le verbe auxiliaire. Hello, my name is Firestone. Today, I'm going to help you learn more about auxiliary verbs such as to be, to have, and to do. To help you understand them fully, it is really important that you pay attention to each sentence that I'm going to give you right away. Why you must pay attention? The mere answer is that attention will help you learn the meaning faster. Once you grasp the meaning, then the time to learn the relevance of auxiliary verbs to verb tenses. Instead, I can bet my boots that your memory will quickly internalize auxiliary verbs for life. Let's get started. Listen to each of the following sentences and tell which verb giving grammatical information not given by the main verb. She has bought a new car. She has bought a new car. We have not finished the work. We have not finished the work. They are walking faster. They are walking faster. He's going to the hospital. He's going to the hospital. She doesn't realize how important is learning English today. She doesn't realize how important is learning English today. We don't understand French. We don't understand French. They were walking faster. They were walking faster. She was cooking beans and rice. She was cooking beans and rice. We call auxiliary verb a verb that gives grammatical information not given by the main verb of a sentence. In the sentence number 1, she has bought a new car. Has is an auxiliary verb. The main verb now is buy. I call it main verb because it has meaning related to action. For your personal information, you got to learn that when we talk about types of verbs in English, we have main verbs, linking verbs, modal verbs, state and action verbs, and auxiliary verbs that we are studying now. Now, let's talk about auxiliary verbs in the full forms, short forms, and negative short forms. To be in simple present tense, full forms: I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. Short forms: I'm, you're, his, she's, it, we're, you're, there. Negative short forms: I'm not, you aren't, he isn't, she isn't, it isn't, we aren't, you aren't, they aren't. Or I'm not, you're not, he's not, she's not, it's not, we're not, you're not, they're not. Be in simple past tense. full forms. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were. Short forms. I wasn't, you weren't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't, we weren't, you weren't, they weren't. The verb to have, present tense. I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, you have, they have. Short forms. Have, you've, is, she's, it's, with, you've, they've. Negative short forms. I haven't, you haven't, he hasn't, she hasn't, it hasn't, we haven't, you haven't, they haven't. Or have not, you've not, is not, she's not, it's not, we've not, you've not, they've not. The verb to do in simple present tense. I do, you do, he does, she does, it does, we do, you do, they do. Short forms. I don't, you don't, he doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't, we don't, you don't, they don't. Now, you need to learn something. The verb to do in simple past, we say did. Okay? I did, you did, he did, it did, she did, we did, you did, they did. Now, the present participle of the verb to be is being. Of the verb to do is doing. To have, having. And the past participle of to be is been. The past participle of to do is done, and to have is had. Now, how do you get the negative full forms of the verb to be, to do, and to have? The negative full forms are formed by adding not. I repeat, the negative full forms are formed by adding not. For example, I am becomes I am not. You are not. For the verb to be. For the verb to do, I do becomes I do not. You do not. She does not. For the verb to have, I have not. You have not. He has not. Now, how do you get the question form of the verb to be, to do, and to have? That's easy. The questions in the present and past are formed by placing the verb before the subject. I repeat again for a better understanding. Questions in the present and past are formed by placing the verb before the subject. For instance, for the verb to be, I am becomes am I, are you, is he, is she, is it, are we, are you, are they. For the verb to be in the past, you say was I, were you, was he, was she, was it, were we, were you, were they. The negative short form of to be in simple present tense. aren't I, aren't you, isn't he, isn't she, isn't he, aren't we, aren't they. In simple past, we say wasn't I, weren't you, wasn't he, wasn't she, wasn't he, weren't we, weren't you, weren't they. The negative short form of the verb to have in simple present tense. Haven't I, haven't you, hasn't he, hasn't she, hasn't he, haven't we, haven't they. The negative short form of to do in simple present tense is don't I, don't you, doesn't he, doesn't she, doesn't he, don't we, don't they. The negative short form of to do in simple past tense is didn't I, didn't you, didn't he, didn't she, didn't he, didn't we, didn't they. Now, the questions using the negative full forms are more formal. Has he not? Do you not? For example, has he not got anything to eat? Has he not got anything to eat? Do you not understand anything? The short negative questions for I am is aren't. Aren't I? Now, you know, when do or have is used as a main verb, questions and negative statements can be formed with do, does, doesn't, and did, didn't. I'll repeat again for your better understanding. I say this: when do or have is used as a main verb, questions and negative statements can be formed with do, does, doesn't, and did, didn't. For example, how did you do it? How did you do it? I don't do any teaching now. I don't do any teaching now. I don't do any teaching now. Do you have any money on you? Do you have any money on you? We didn't have much time. We didn't have much time. This time, I'm going to chat a little bit about the relevance of auxiliary verbs to verb tenses. In conclusion, we can say that the other tenses of be, have, and do are formed in the same way as those of other verbs. Thus, will be, will do, will have, would be, would do, would have, has been, has done, has had, etc. Thank you for watching. Next time we will talk about regular verbs. Goodbye.